Now, the Institute of Public Finance Kenya, IPFK, has today released the fiscal year shadow budget report for the year 2023-2024. According to the projections, the Kenyan economy is headed for a tougher run due to a growing burden of debt servicing, the government's inability to implement austerity measures, and a worsening global economic slowdown. Our reporter Whitney Akinyi attended the event and has more insights.
Finance analysis think tank IPF has noted that the government's decision to reduce budget allocations to high-impact sectors like agriculture and social protection has the potential to support inclusive growth. According to the Institute of Public Finance Kenya, IPFK, these sectors play a critical role in driving economic growth and reducing poverty. Therefore, reduced funding of these sectors could have adverse effects on the overall welfare of the population. Speaking during the official launch of the annual National Shadow Budget, IPF Chief Executive Officer James Muruguri noted that the mismatch between the government promises and the budgetary allocation to the priority areas is worrying.
This publication comes at a critical time when the economy's recovery pathway depends significantly on fiscal consolidation and fiscal discipline. As we've noted, over the last few days, the biggest conversation has been on the cash crunch, with civil servants not having their pay, Parliament missing their salary.
Why budget to the adult sector has reduced by 12% when we have not attained food security, and then the intervention that the government committed to in respect to fertilizer subsidies has not been achieved. And again, there is a huge disconnect between the 2023-2024 allocation when we look at the social protection sector, considering that the government talked about reducing the cost of living, cushioning the vulnerable, increasing cash transfer to the elderly and orphans, and lower elderly and people living with disabilities to NHIF.
According to the fiscal year report of 2023-2024 budget ceilings, the government seeks to spend 3.6 trillion shillings. Among top 5 gainers in the budget include environmental protection, water and natural resources at 51%, health at 36%, national security at 26%, energy infrastructure and information communication technology at 22%, and general economics and commercial affairs at 14%. Although the health sector has an increased budget allocation, it still falls short of the 15% budget share for health required by the Abuja Declaration. Failure to meet this threshold raises questions about the government's commitment to universal health coverage targets. Muruguri further notes the existence of duplication of rules and sectors in the government, all geared and targeted towards the same intervention. He now calls upon the government to fully implement the report by the Presidential Task Force on Parastatal Reforms of 2023.
You find some functions in social protection, there's the same interventions in GECA, there are the same interventions maybe in PAIR. So why do we have this kind of offer-ups that end up increasing administrative costs? Why can't we, for example, go with such a directive that was given in 2013 so that we can consolidate some of these programs?
Also present during the launch was Isaac Mwaura, Chief Administrative Secretary in the Office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary, who noted with concern increased appetite for increased budgetary allocation to sectors that do not have a direct impact to the common citizen.
Government exists to resolve problems that are affecting the common mwananchi and to lift people from the bottom of the pyramid. However, the reality of our budget-making process is such that we have had what you call infrastructure debt-driven growth.
With all said, the billion-dollar question still remains: do these budgets factor in the common mwananchi? Whitney Akinyi reporting for Hope TV Newswatch in Nairobi.